Hi everyone, thank you very much for joining us for another specialist quiz, and this is a very, very special one. If you remember back to the Guinness World Record attempt back in November at about 2 o'clock in the morning as we headed towards breaking the record, you'll remember that I attempted to host a Game of Thrones quiz. It went badly. I couldn't pronounce anything. I had no idea what I was talking about, and to be fair, I was quite sleep deprived. We were heading towards 35 hours. So in association with Place to Be, our chosen charity this month, who you guys have been incredible with your donations, and we'd love you to keep that going tonight, we've called in the experts. Firstly, my first quizmaster this evening rose to fame in Hollyoaks. She kept the team in check in Fast and the Furious franchise before winning hearts and minds in Game of Thrones. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the lovely Nathalie Emanuel. And our second quizmaster, I've actually got something in common with, as we both have appeared in Casualty and The Bill. But that's where the similarities end, I'm afraid. He has appeared in some incredible TV shows and films. If you've never seen the film 4321, check it out because it's a brilliant film and it's one of my top 5. He's also a very, very talented musical artist as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Nathalie Emanuel and Jacob Anderson, thank you both for joining us. Thank you, guys. How are you both?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, thank you for having us, Jay. Good.
I'm great, and I've been so excited about this all night, all day, sort of getting ready to film with you both, because it's an absolute honour that people of your calibre want to get involved for Place to Be, the charity, and come and host a quiz with us. So thank you very much for doing it. Really appreciate you giving up your time. I know you're both very, very busy.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here, and also thanks for having us and having me. It's a great cause, and I'm down to have some fun.
We love Place to Be.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, this is quite nervous for me because this is very, very few occasions that I have done this, but I am about to hand over the reins to both of you. This is it. I'm handing over control of my quiz channel that I've had since March, and I'm going to give it both to you. So I'll pop back in a bit later on and make sure we're still all in one piece, which I'm sure it will be.
With Jay and Place to Be, Nathalie Emanuel and Jacob Anderson. Welcome.
That is fantastic. You should do this for a living.
I got a challenge for you.
Oh.
I want at different points. I challenge you to do voice your best impression of each character the first time you mention their name.
Oh no, okay.
The first one's easy.
Okay, so round 1. Spoiler alert, guys. So if you haven't watched the show, I mean, I'm not really sure why you're here, but if you haven't seen it, you might not be good at this quiz. So number 1, question 1. Are you ready? Get your pens ready, guys. Who kills the Night King? Dun, 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 dun.
He dies?
Yeah, apparently. According to question 1. Okay, go on.
Question 2.
Mm-hmm.
In the style of Mr. Kitteridge Harrington, not his name. I always thought his name was Kitteridge. It's not.
That's wrong.
Who was Jon Snow's mother? I say that in my own accent, just for clarity. Who was Jon Snow's mother?
Great. I mean, I don't think I can know the answer to that.
Yeah, I actually couldn't remember her name.
No, but I can't remember her specific name, but I just remember how. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 3. Who planned the Red Wedding? Wait, which one was that again? Oh, I do. Okay, I remember.
Bruh. That's the big thing. That's
sorry.
Yeah.
It's been a while, guys. It's been a while.
That's the one thing that anybody that hasn't watched Game of Thrones, they'll just say Red Wedding just to pretend that they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But you guys know what you're talking about because you're at the quiz. Question 4. According to Rose Leslie's character, Ygritte, what does Jon Snow know? According to Rose Leslie's character, Ygritte, what does Jon Snow know?
What does he know?
What does he know? There are kind of two answers to this question, I think.
There's a few things that he knows.
But we're looking for the one.
The one answer.
The one, yeah.
One answer.
The one you're thinking.
Yeah. Question 5. Oh God, Jacob, I hate this challenge that you said. Okay.
Go on.
Okay. Who poisons King Joffrey?
Perfect. That was great.
Thanks.
That was great.
Okay. It was all right.
Oh, this one is hard. I wish that I could ask a question silently. What I might do is I'll ask a question silently and then just stare at the camera. And then Jay, if you can superimpose some text.
That would be fabulous.
Hang on, I was smiling. Okay, and I'll ask that question again, just for clarity, in my own voice. Question number 6. Who created the first White Walker?
Okay, great. See, I don't want to do all these accents.
You don't have to, it's fine. I wanted to do it and I was trying to bring you in. That's what it was.
Did it? No, it's okay, I can try. I can't
Joffrey
really
was great.
Thank you. I don't really remember. Okay. I don't know. I just the northern thing. Okay. Stannis Baratheon's daughter Shireen suffered from grayscale. Who else catches the same disease? That was question 7. Sorry. I don't know what.
Do you feel like you just really want to give clues? Like
I really want to give clues.
Right.
But we can't.
No, we can't. A lot of people don't like that in quizzes as well.
And me, who's bad at quizzes. Okay. Go ahead. Question 8.
Question number 8. This is another silent question. Just for clarity. Question number 8. Valyrian steel is one substance capable of killing White Walkers. What is the other? Valyrian steel is one substance capable of killing White Walkers. What is the other?
Okay. I don't know if I'm ready to talk about this next question.
Oh, yeah. You can do this impression, though.
Okay. I can.
That's the hardest one, actually, for you.
I know. Okay. All right. Oh God. Okay. Question 9. How do I do this seriously? Okay.
I don't know. It still hurts.
I know. We're not ready.
No.
Are you okay? Do you need to take a minute?
No, just ask the question. Just do
Okay.
it. It's fine. Okay.
Number 9. By what method does Missandei die? Okay. Question 9.
Moment of silence.
Method does Missandei die? Okay.
By the way, that was great. That was a great impression. That was more Missandei than you've ever done, Missandei.
Really?
That sounded like an insult. That was rude. Sorry. Question number 10.
You know what? There was a lot about Missandei we didn't know. So this is behind the scenes Missandei. Okay.
Question number 10. Oh, I can't do an impression for this one because it would give away the answer. But I'm quite good at doing this voice. Right. Who had the last ever Game of Thrones line telling the start of the same joke he's been trying to tell since season 1? And again, Who had the last ever Game of Thrones line, telling the start of the same joke he's been trying to tell since season 1?
I think I know who that is. Gosh, that's a.
And that was the end of round 1. By the way,
Huh?
I just have to clarify, when we do northern accents on this, it's we're doing impressions of the specific characters. Like I would never want to like mock anybody's accent, just so you know, except for the specific actors that are playing those characters, because we know them.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they deserve it. It's fine.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to generally apologize for my terrible impressions and northern accent that I barely can do. So,
it was great.
Round 2: sigils, castles, and words.
See what I'm doing there? Words, they're leaving your mouth.
Yeah, great. Cool. Question 1.
Deserve that.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. What is the first ever episode of Game of Thrones called?
Okay.
Yeah. What is the first question? What is the first ever episode of Game of Thrones called? Good question. That's a hard one.
That is a hard one. Question 2. This is an easy one. Who always pays their debts? Who always pays their debts? Remember as well, this is the sigils, castles, and words round.
Mm-hmm.
So the who is probably not a specific person. That was a clue, wasn't it?
Where does Samuel Tarly rescue Gilly from? A pretty terrible place.
Oh yeah. It's a terrible place.
Pretty terrible place.
Okay. Question number 4. The flayed man is the sigil of which house? The flayed man is the sigil of which house?
Question 5. Where will you find Castle Pike, home of the Greyjoys? Where will you find Castle Pike, home of the Greyjoys?
Are you as embarrassed as I am that I know so few of these?
No, it's okay. Don't worry. I feel seen by you just saying that, because I was
okay. Good.
pretending I knew it. I did.
I know this one.
Okay.
Number 6. Which family is represented by a stag? Which family is represented by a stag?
Question 7. In the high hall of which castle will you find the moon door? That's a deep room.
Here's a hint. It's not Spaceland.
It doesn't. Wow, that was a really good clue, Jacob.
Maybe that's part of the challenge then for this quiz. We can say what it's not. It's fine to say what it's not. Question 8. Family, duty, honor are the words of which great house? Family, duty, honor are the words of which great house? And I can tell you that it's not. I'm finding it really, my mind's gone blank. It's not Soho House. that's such a niche thing to say.
I'm going to say her house. So.
The only house I could think of.
I know, like Hatfield House. Like Kenwood House.
Oh, Kenwood House. It's not Kenwood House.
House. I'm just naming all these buildings.
It's not Kenwood House. You'll go.
Okay, my turn. Question 9. Where will you find the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch? Where will you find the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch?
Question number 10. Which European city served as the fictional King's Landing, home to the Red Keep and Iron Throne? Which European city served as the fictional King's Landing, home to the Red Keep and Iron Throne? And the answer is not Bruges.
Okay, I've got a little bonus question for you to mull over during the break, and I'll give you the answer after some words from Jacob about the terrific cause that has brought us all together tonight. So here's the question. When Grey Worm, Torquenodo, is summoned to begin the siege of Meereen, where do Missandei and the rest of Daenerys' entourage take up residence?
Talking about our mental health should be as normal as talking about our physical health. It's really important, especially now. If you went to the doctors, if you broke your foot, you would go to the doctors to check it out and to unbreak your foot. So it should be the same rules when you're feeling overwhelmed or there are things about yourself that you don't quite understand and it's difficult. As an adult, that's a lot to deal with and it should be taken seriously in all occasions. But when you're a child and maybe you don't always have adults that you can speak to at home, it's really, really vital that you have somebody that you can trust and that you can confide in to support you through what you're going through. And 1 in 6 children have a mental health disorder. So that's 5 children in every class. And if there isn't any kind of support or intervention, then that can carry on into later life and become really serious. So the reason we're here is because Place to Be is a charity that supports those children and makes sure that there's somebody in their school that they can go to and just have a space that is theirs to work through things that they don't have a space to work through at home. It's something that I wish I had when I was a child. It's something that I really needed. And so that's why I'm really proud to be here. I'm really proud to be a champion for Place to Be. I love them. I love what they do. And your support tonight will enable Place to Be to reach and support more children and young people across the UK. So please help if you can and watch this film that will tell you a little bit more about what they do. Thank you.
When I feel sad or angry, I can just tell them and let it all out. The stuff that you keep inside you because you don't want to tell anyone. And you can also talk about what's happening at home. They'll try to help you fix it. I now am really a lot more confident than I used to be. Yeah, and happier.
A few weeks ago, something very sad happened to my dad. And then when I went to Place to Be, it made me feel better because I got to talk about my feelings.
My mum and my dad, they were going through a breakup kind of thing. And I used to have really bad panic attacks. It was just kind of nice having somebody there to talk about stuff like that and not be ashamed of it.
We've all been children, and we all know the highs and lows of that. And therefore, trying to support parents, children and schools create an environment in which vulnerable children feel that they have the ability to talk to others who will listen and give guidance to them simply has to be beneficial.
I don't get kicks out of vodka, 'cause I don't get sick anymore. I don't miss the feeling when my eyes are streaming from crying alone on the floor. Must be healing. I've been feeling I'm worth more. Sad boy, sad boy. When I hang out with my relatives, I don't have nothing to say. They tell me I'm so double negative. I'd say it's relative, give me a break. I'm not dealing, I'm freewheeling to help keep me safe. Sad boy, sad boy. I'm just a sad my stripes out of duty, I wear my sadness with pride. I got my credentials from unstable mental health. I don't have nothing to hide. Some things grab me with time, and now I'm happy that I'm not dead. Sad boy, sad boy. I'm just a sad boy. Never cry, but I cry all the time. I could fight it, but I would be lying. I'm stuck in my ways. I'm stuck in my ways. Boys never cry, but I cry all the time. I could fight it, but I would be lying. What more can I say? Sad boy, sad boy. I'm just a sad. Nice.
So I'm sure all the Rally Ritchie fans out there already know this, but just in case, that brilliant and pertinent bit of audio you were listening to there was Sad Boy from Jacob's second album, Andy, released later last year. So you guys have been sending in your questions for the last week or so for these two fine people. Are they ready for them? Probably not, but here we go with them anyway. So we've got some questions firstly around sort of mental health, and then we've got some more Game of Thrones questions a bit later on. So your first question really to both of you comes from Mariam, who would like to know, have you ever faced challenges or difficulties with your own mental health as a youth? And if so, what coping strategies help you to ground yourselves?
I definitely did, and I still do. But when I was younger and I didn't have access to therapy and to like reading and different things that I have access to now, the way that I used to cope best was to go through my outlet, which was writing songs. But they weren't really songs back then. It was just like I would just fill up notepads and journals, just literally just write down how I felt about something. And then as I kind of got older and as I started to really get into music, I started to make them rhyme, and it started to feel, I don't know, that was my my coping mechanism was just to get it out of me. If I got it out of me and into something else, then it really helped me to be able to look at it. You know, if it's stuck in your head, it's really hard to like pick it apart, and you can't really see the woods for the trees sometimes. As if you get it down into a different place, then you can see it, and it maybe looks a bit different to how it looks inside. Yeah. So yeah, that was how I coped when I was a teenager, when I was younger.
For me, I think I didn't have difficulties as a very young child, but I think in my kind of late teens, I definitely had some issues with mental health, and there was a point where it got quite bad, and you know, everyone has those intrusive thoughts, those like really unhelpful thoughts, and it was kind of getting to the point where I was like just so overwhelmed. And you know, the first thing I did was call my doctor, actually, and we had a conversation in the doctor's surgery, and we kind of talked about my options. And you know, and it just, at first it was about just talking to somebody that was kind of, I didn't know, that was neutral and removed from my life, and that was actually really helpful. And something that person said to me was that, you know, create a space that's away from your life, like all the people or the fabric of your everyday life, and create a space that is for you and only for you, and see, like, just if it's an hour a day or an hour or a couple of hours a week where you take yourself outside of your everyday familiar kind of environment, and just kind of dedicate it for yourself. And that thing for me became yoga. And, you know, it's not like a medicine or a quick fix or anything like that, but taking myself outside of my everyday life was really beneficial, because it started to give me some perspective, and parts of myself that I'd kind of been neglecting were able to be kind of nurtured and explored, and it was really helpful. But I think the combination of that and actually speaking to a medical professional who kind of gave me resources to speak to somebody was like instrumental. So I think that worked.
Great answers. Hopefully Mariam will take some of that advice away herself. So thank you both for being so open with that. This is a great question from Sarah in Aberdeen. Judging by some of the answers from, or some of the things you've said in the first part of the quiz, I'm guessing this is going to be a no, but have either of you rewatched Game of Thrones during lockdown?
I haven't. I'm sorry. It's too soon. My heart is still broken.
Yeah.
But I think what I have watched, like, fans are really great at like making little collage like videos of like their favorite characters, and I get tagged in a lot of them, and they're quite fun to watch, and they put them to music and they do like graphics on them, and you just like, you feel how they feel about those people, and that's always very heartwarming. So that is
nice.
Game of Thrones watching has gone.
Yeah, I'm same as Nats. I haven't got around to it, but I like, again, like, we have a baby. I can just watch reality TV is like the height of focus at the moment for me.
It's good to know that you guys do sort of find that fan stuff and be able to watch it as well. That'll be really pleasing for a lot of the fans that listen, that you guys, you know, you might not have the time to acknowledge it, but you do actually see it, which I'm sure they'll absolutely love that.
Not everything, but definitely sometimes I'm like, oh, that's sweet. I particularly like the ones that are like the bestie videos of Daenerys and Missandei, and then obviously Grey Worm and Missandei as well. They get featured quite a lot together, obviously. So very sweet, like reminiscing. I'm like
Team Togs.
Team Togs.
Your final question then, a great question from Christina, who wants to know, what has been the best life advice you've been given?
Probably something Nathalie said.
Oh, really?
Probably, yeah.
What did I tell you?
I don't know. I've got a really bad memory. Do you know what? I'm really bad at remembering like things that people tell me that are important until they become relevant, and then I'm like, and then that's when it clicks. I feel like I like store. I'm like a squirrel. Like I've really, I have really clever friends and family, and like they say lots of amazing things that they get me just when I need them.
Oh, that's good.
That's not an answer.
That could have been relevant. Will be relevant at some point. If I've given you anything.
No, honestly,
And I think the best advice I ever was given was like, don't be afraid to tell people what you need. And it's been really instrumental in my life, in my career, in my friendships, in my, personal relationships, like every aspect of my life. Like, people are not mind readers as much as some things should be obvious to people. Sometimes they're not, and it's really important to let people know what you need. And that way there's no confusion, there's no like, but I thought, and I've just told you what I need, and it's as simple as that. And it kind of coincides with being able to say no. No has become my like favorite word in a positive way, of being like, when people challenge my boundaries or challenge things that I'm comfortable with, I'm like, no. And that's okay. Like, I'm allowed to say no. I
want to retroactively say that was it. Yeah, that was my answer. That was my answer.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, love that. But it honestly was the best thing anyone's ever told me. So
it's a very powerful word.
A little earlier, I asked you a very teaser question. When Grey Worm is summoned to begin the siege of Marine, where do Missandei and the rest of Daenerys' entourage take up residence? The answer is Jacob? No? Okay.
Voice.
No. The answer is the Great Pyramid. If you got that right, well done. Let's see how you got on in part 1. So time to look at those answers. Round 1. Go ahead, Jacob. Over to you.
Round 1. The question 1 was, who kills the Night King? And the answer was Nathalie. The answer wasn't Nathalie.
It wasn't Nathalie, sadly. It was Arya Stark, the coolest of the coolest.
Special effects.
Question. Go ahead.
Question number 2. Who was Jon Snow's mother? The answer was...
Okay, her name was Lyanna Stark.
Lyanna Stark. I knew it was like a Anna something Stark.
Yeah, it's Lyanna Stark.
Who planned... Sorry, question 3. Who planned the Red Wedding?
Oh, there's 3 answers? What?
Oh, snap, yeah.
Tywin Lannister, Walder Frey, and Roose Bolton.
So a third of a point each.
That's what I want to know, basically. Cool. Okay, next one.
Question 4. According to Rose Leslie's character, Ygritte, what does Jon Snow know?
Nothing.
He knows nothing.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Questionable, but come on, it's for the families. Number 5. Who poisons King Joffrey?
Tell Cersei I did it. Tell Cersei it was me. It was Lady Olenna Tyrell.
It was her. I forgot that it was her. Yeah. Do you know what? This show is good, I should watch this again. It was full of moments like that. Okay. What a redundant thing to say. It was great though. It's a great show. 6. Who created the first White Walker?
I didn't know the answer to this until just the second. It's the Children of the Forest.
Oh, but not really. Stannis Baratheon's daughter Shireen suffered from grayscale. Well, okay, you have to do this voice now, please. Who else catches the same disease? Please.
Jorah Mormont. It was bad.
That's quite bad.
I don't quite have the gravel that Ian Glenn has. I don't have
you
the
tried.
gravel pass. You know, it's okay.
Yeah, it's true. He's got a lot of gravitas.
Okay.
Question number 8.
Your impression then?
Should Jorah Mormont? It was
no.
a bit better. It wasn't that much better.
I only know how to say Khaleesi. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Khaleesi. Number 8. Valyrian steel is one substance capable of killing White Walkers. What is the other?
Dragon glass.
And we love dragon glass, you know. Do you know what? That was so exciting having like a dragon glass spear for that last year. I thought dragon glass just looked so cool. Like, I don't know. But yeah, it was very cool. Sorry, dragon glass. Oh man. It just feels cruel even like you having to say this. Change it. Look, change the answer if you don't want to say it. Question 9. By what method does Missandei die?
You know the answer to this, guys. We all know the answer. Missandei died via beheading.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You all right?
Okay. Yeah. Question number 10. Who had the last ever Game of Thrones line, telling the start of the same joke he's been trying to tell since season 1?
Tyrion Lannister. Round 2. Answers: sigils, castles, and words. Question 1. What is the first ever episode of Game of Thrones called?
The answer is Winter is coming. Winter is coming.
Great. Question 2. Who always pays their debts?
House Lannister always pays their... It's House Lannister. I don't know if I have the authority to do this, but I'll give you a point if you said a Lannister. A Lannister always pays their debts.
A Lannister.
You can have a bonus Jacob point for that.
Yeah. Great. Okay, question 3. Where does Samwell Tarly rescue Gilly from?
Well, I didn't know that it was called this. Craster's Keep.
Yeah.
I knew the Craster bit, but I didn't. Yeah, I didn't know Craster's Keep. Crispin's Keep. If you wrote Crispin's Keep, you get a bonus Jacob point.
Okay. Getting out of control.
Yeah, I'm just going to throw some anarchy into this quiz now.
I appreciated the first one, but that's
Crispin's Keep.
Not correct.
Bonus point, Jacob point.
Correct.
They don't mean anything, but they're there.
All right, question 4. The flayed man is the sigil of which house?
House Bolton. That's my impression of Ewan. House Bolton.
Oh, very good. Yeah. Okay.
He's so upset by that impression. Okay.
Maybe. Or he'll be incredibly flattered. Or that. Who knows?
Yeah.
Question 5. Where will you find Castle Pike, home of the Greyjoys?
The Iron Islands. That wasn't really, I don't know who that was an impression of.
I don't know.
Really? Gemma?
Yeah, I was like, actually, oh my God, I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Okay, which family is represented by a stag?
House Baratheon.
You ain't wrong.
Yeah, but not much to say about that one. Just if you wrote House Baratheon, then you get a point. A real one.
Okay, 7. In the High Hall of which castle will you find the Moon Door? Remember, it's not in space.
It's not Spaceland. It's the Eyrie. The Eyrie.
Very good. Question 8. Family, duty, honor are the words of which great house? I did not know this one.
I didn't know this one. House Tully. I will add that they weren't really living up to that, to their words, but that's part of the show, isn't it? Like, yeah.
Play the game of
House Tully.
Yeah. Okay, question 9. Where will you find the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch?
The answer is Castle Black or the Wall. You get a point if it's the Wall, a real point.
Okay, which European city served as the fictional King's Landing, home to the Red Keep and Iron Throne? I never got to go here, and it makes me sad. What is the answer, Jacob?
I never went either. We went to Split, didn't we?
Yeah.
Dubrovnik in Croatia.
Well
So
done.
not Bruges. Well done. So yeah, well done if you got those all right.
Round 3.
I was just trying to change the music a bit so it wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, well, because you sang it and made it up, it's not, you don't really have to worry about them getting.
We'll get in trouble. Yeah.
Good.
And what's
Okay.
the title of this round again? Sorry, Natalie.
The title of this round is Titles and Tongues. Oh, here we go. This is where I come into my
This is your wheelhouse, man. Yeah, you got this.
Okay. Oh, okay. Actually, I just saw the. Oh, okay. No, I do know that one. All right. Question 1. Whose nickname is Kingslayer?
Question number 2. This will be interesting.
This is
interesting.
I'm curious of this answer.
Yeah. What language does Grey Worm speak? Natalie will have either Natalie or I will have some geeky things to say about this. But continue.
Number 3. Who or what is Needle? That's a good question.
Here's a clue. It's not a needle. Wait, that's too much of a clue, isn't it?
It's quite a big clue.
Okay, sorry. I'll stop doing that. Question number 4. What are the names of Daenerys' dragons? All 3. For 1 point, I think. I shouldn't say that because I don't know if that's true or not, but just what are the names of Daenerys' dragons? There are 3 of them.
Okay. No, sorry, that just threw me because I can't remember.
Don't tell people that.
Sorry.
Pretend.
Sorry. Question 5. I know the answers. Question 5. Which Doom Prince was also known as the Red Viper of Dawn?
Let's just say he also has a friend called Baby Yoda. Clues. I like clues. I reckon Jay's absolutely fuming right now. Just like, stop giving clues. You're ruining my quiz.
Okay.
Yeah. Which Dean Prince was like, yeah, okay. Could also say he's also a Mandalorian. That's just too much. Yeah, but it's the character. They have to know the character's name.
For real.
Question number 6. What language does Missandei teach Grey Worm? This is a very easy one to get wrong.
Very easy.
What language does Missandei teach Grey Worm?
Very good.
Question.
By which nickname is Sandor Clegane better known? Sandor Clegane better known. Jay.
The answer is, okay, sorry. Number 8. Lady Brienne of Tarth was the first woman in the 7 Kingdoms to become what? The answer is not. I don't know. Microwave. I just looked at a microwave.
That's a good bad clue. Okay.
Shall I read that one again? Sorry, I probably confused it. 8. Lady Brienne of Tarth was the first woman in the 7 Kingdoms to become a what?
Okay. Question 9. How many languages does Missandei speak? 19, 20, or 21?
Question 10. By what nickname is young Willis better known after his heroics at the cave of the Three-Eyed Raven? By what nickname is young Willis better known after his heroics at the cave of the Three-Eyed Raven? And it's not. You talk about Willis. Let's move on to the next one. There's round 4. Let's do round 4, Nathalie. Okay.
I could just, this is like spiraling like into chaos. It's okay though, we have fun. All right, round 4. Best bits and super fans. Okay, oh God. Okay, question 1. What food does Ramsay Bolton wave at the tormented beyond Greyjoy?
It's not quinoa.
No, it's not. Just like confetti.
Question number 2. What animal does Brienne of Tarth have to fight off in a gladiator-style pit? It's not a frog.
Okay. 3. How many episodes were in the final series of Game of Thrones?
Oh yeah. Question number 4. What did Sam Tylee take without permission from his family home? What did Sam Tylee take without permission from his family home?
Question 5. The Long Night was the longest episode in Game of Thrones history. How long did it run for? 76 minutes, 79 minutes, or 82 minutes?
Well, the correct answer, which is 55 nights.
I remember texting you during that time. It's like, yeah, okay, man.
Yeah, really good. Really good. How are you? How have you been? Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, no, it's not cold. It's not. No, it's fine. I haven't slept for months, but that was probably good preparation for becoming a parent. No, I mean, do you know what? That was one of my favorite work experiences of my entire life. It was really hard, but it was amazing. So I don't know why I'm complaining.
Yeah, but it was tough on everyone. I think that's okay to say.
You could really see, like, there was just a switch. A switch went.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Yeah, I could really see. You look at people and there's just levels of tiredness that, yeah. So Number 6.
Number 6.
Milk of the poppy is often mentioned as a treatment for pain in Game of Thrones. So is willow bark. What medicine is willow bark known as today? Milk of the poppy is often mentioned as a treatment for pain in Game of Thrones. So is willow bark. What medicine is willow bark known as today?
Okay, question 7. Who do Sansa and Arya plot to kill in Winterfell?
Oh, they do, don't they? Oh, wow. Oh, no, it's not who I was thinking. Okay, sorry. I'm completely destroying the idea of a quiz. I'm not good at this. Question number 8. What did the gathered mob repeatedly shout during Cersei's Walk of Atonement? Read that one again. What did the gathered mob repeatedly shout out during Cersei's Walk of Atonement?
Question 9. When Cersei asks if she has any last words, what does Missandei say?
That's one of my favorite moments in the show's history, by the way. Beautifully played. And also very upsetting. I don't know why you keep getting it's mean that you have to read those questions. Question number 10. Following the assassination of Daenerys, spoilers, Grey Worm and the remaining Unsullied sail away to the Isle of Narth. Why did they choose this as their destination? Following the assassination of Daenerys, Grey Worm and the remaining Unsullied sail away to the Isle of Narth. Why do they choose this as their destination? And the answer is not, so that they can go and be a part of a sunny spin-off in the vein of Magnum PI, Miami Vice. Something like cool and interesting like that. Just, that's not the right answer, but it could be. Before we reveal the answers, we're going to answer some more of your questions. And again, please, if you haven't already, help us raise lots of money for Place to Be, because they're brilliant. Take it away, Jay. Let's go.
So the first question, thank you to Bri for this one. The one you probably get asked all the time. So let's just get it out there straight away. What did you really think about the finale of Game of Thrones? Did you like it? And do you think it was a good and proper ending?
Do you know what? I did like it, especially when I read it, because I was like, this is punk. I was like, this is gonna, certain things that happen in the series, I was like, this is gonna upset. Like, not upset people. I don't want anyone to be upset, but just like, this is like a really punk thing to do. Particularly like the Night King dying halfway through the series. I was like, that's quite cool. I enjoy that. I like things that are a bit subversive. I'm sure there'd be lots of people that'd be like, that's not subversive, but I thought it was. I thought it was very cool. What do you think, Nats?
Well, I liked the last season. I felt like they cinematically, kind of creatively did things that have never, ever been done on television before. And it just kind of blew my mind. And I was just so like blown away by what must have been so much work and like the skill and just genius of everyone. I was just kind of blown away, and the performances were just, so great. And I think because I have such an emotional connection, not just to my character, but to all of the characters as a fan too, I think that, I also had my own expectations about what the final season should be. And I have my favorite characters, and, and there was obviously less episodes in this season. And I think that just kind of meant that we didn't always get the time with certain characters that, you know, I individually loved and would have loved more time with them. And I think on a selfish level, like I wished that we'd had like certain characters that I was a huge fan of, like had more time. And but that doesn't mean that I didn't love how they ended the show and how they tied all of these stories we've been invested in a decade to an end. Like, but like any fan of any show, it's never going to like meet all of my personal expectations. And so, yeah, that's just kind of how I feel about it.
Question 2, Mukunda in Boston, in USA, wants to know, what was the first scene you guys filmed together?
In Morocco, right? And it was the scene where the Unsullied choose their officer, and then Grey Worm steps forward and announces himself, right? That day.
Yeah, no, it was my first scene. That was
right.
our first scene together. Sorry.
And it was amazing because like Jacob stepped forward and did his speech all in Valyrian or Low Valyrian. And Amelia and I, just after the first like rehearsal or like the first take, we just looked at each other, just so blown away by Jacob and his performance. We were like,
oh yeah.
So that was basically the first time we worked together, and basically Amelia and I were just incredibly impressed by you. I don't know why we wouldn't be, but we were just kind of blown away. So
you were really nice to me. Like I properly need, like, honestly, you and Amelia, I was so nervous about that, doing that, and that being like the first thing I had to do. And yeah, you're properly supportive. I really appreciate that. It properly set the tone for our little our little group dynamic.
This is a great question from Anthony. If you could recast yourselves as different characters in Game of Thrones, who are you going for and why?
Ooh. Iris was always so up for doing a new skill. So anyone that got to like sword fight, and I always thought Arya was such a sick character, and Brienne of Tarth as well. Like I would have loved to sort of get to do some of that stuff, just because I wanted to learn how to sword fight. Basically.
Nice.
I think I have a similar answer, because part of my actual answer would be like, I'm cool, like I'm happy with, but either the two main characters in the show, but not for the reason that you think, either Dany or Jon, because I really just wanted to have a go on that dragon thing, the dragon rig, the big like. It's like a massive bucket Bronco, but like
after like a day, Amelia
was. Then you don't know me very well. Then
you always talk about how hard that thing was after 8 hours. You know,
they hated it. Hated it.
But
I don't know if I would have hated it.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to see you in a long blonde wig, to be honest.
There's a YouTube video of me dressed as Dany.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, somewhere. I don't know where it is.
Jacob, so many people wrote in about your music, which is absolutely incredible, I must say. It's on my Spotify playlist, so thank you very much for that. But people want to know, have you got plans to tour post-lockdown? Lots of fans from the States want to see you over there. So there you go. There's a tour plan for the States, possibly. There'll be loads of people want to see you.
Yeah, no, we did, like, we had a tour planned. We had a tour planned and rooted before this happened. We hadn't announced it yet, but yeah, so that it will happen, but just at the moment it just not sure when. There's quite a backup, as you can imagine, at the moment of people waiting to get out and do shows. But I did do it back in December. I did a live show that it was like a live stream. But I'd like to and should do like a, what do you call it? Like a put it up again, like an encore thing, so people can watch it if they missed it. I will do that. We'll sort that out. But yeah, definitely. When we can get back into venues together and jump around.
I feel like it's gonna.
Can't wait.
People are just gonna cry. I think I will cry.
It's going to be amazing, though. It'll be so much richer for what we've all been through.
And they've not forgotten you, Nathalie. Lots of fans. They just wanted to know that they love you. That was the most sort of the common theme, was that they love you. But really, to ask if they can hang out with you, where can they see you next, and are there any exciting projects that you've been working on?
Yeah, like I'm always down for a hangout. Obviously, when it's safe. The kind of upcoming things. The next thing that's out is Fast and Furious 9. So
Yes.
yeah, they're
Cannot wait for that.
coming back with some more adventures and fast cars and awesome characters. So yeah, with that. So I actually don't know. I'm terrible. I'm not actually sure the date of when it comes out, but it's definitely. I feel like it's May of this year or some point this year, over the summer. So yeah, so that's the next thing. And yeah, get to revisit Ramsay, who's my character, and the shenanigans that those guys get up to. So, you know.
But yeah, so your fans basically, they just wanted to tell you that they love you. So they'll be flocking and keeping an eye on you with everything that you've got coming up. Right, I'm going to drop back out. I'll come back and say goodbye at the end, but I'm keeping an eye on the Jacob points. I've totted down how many Jacob points we've got to give away.
Just going to ask you what are we doing about the Jacob points? How's that work?
Oh, it's fine. I don't mind. You guys have taken over. You can give away as many Jacob and Nathalie points as you want. It's fine. So yeah, give as many of those away. So I'm going to leave you guys to go through the answers then to the final part of the quiz. Thank you everyone for sending in those questions. They're absolutely brilliant.
Thank you.
Leave you guys to it.
We concur. Thank you for those questions.
Yeah, that's so lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you for being here as well with us. Okay, I think this is the final stretch. This is the final answers to the quiz.
Find out how true of a Game of Thrones fan you really are.
Yeah.
The time is now. Go.
Now, question one. This was round 3. Round 3, titles and tongues. Question 1. Whose nickname is Kingslayer?
Jaime Lannister. Yeah.
Question 2. What language does Grey Worm speak?
Low Valyrian. Or you can just have Valyrian, but there are like dialects. So if you put low Valyrian, you are,
Yeah.
Got the edge.
Occasionally, like some of it was let slip by me, probably. I'll just put other people, like it's like people's jobs, and I'm like, well, actually, David did get it wrong that one time. Yeah, Valyrian.
Okay.
Number 3. Question 3. Who or what is Needle?
Arya Stark's blade / sword.
Oh, /sword. Okay, very good. Question number 4. What are the names of Daenerys' dragons? There's 3 of them.
Drogon, Viserion, and Rhaegal. What is it? Rhaegal.
Raiden. If you said Raiden, Jacob point.
Sure. Rhaegal.
We also accept Jason. Question number 5. Which doomed prince was also known as the Red Viper of Dawn? If you wrote down the Mandalorian, you get a Jacob point. Nathalie.
It's Prince Oberyn Martell. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What language does Missandei teach Grey Worm?
I already gave this answer, but it's the common tongue. And if you wrote English, you were wrong because it's called the common tongue. So that was where you almost get it wrong.
You could have got caught out. Question number 7. By what nickname is Sandor Clegane better known? Sandor Clegane better known.
The Hound. Woo!
I can't remember what we said before. Justin, not Justin. He wasn't Justin. If you put Justin, Jacob point. Question number 8. Lady Brienne of Tarth was the first woman in the 7 kingdoms to become a what?
A knight. Whoop, whoop.
I love that. Brienne's my favorite character in all of Game of Thrones.
The
best. Question number 9. How many languages does Missandei speak? 19, 20, 21.
It's 19, but I'm pretty sure in season 8, she now speaks 20.
What's the 20th one?
I don't know, but she says it to Davos on the beach. I think.
French,
so,
maybe.
20 now, but I don't know what she's been up to at that point.
Well done. Big
But
up
19, if you wrote
Missandei.
19 or 20, I feel like you should get it because I don't know. I'll leave that.
Nathalie point.
Nathalie point if you wrote 19.
Nathalie point if you wrote 20. Question number 10. By what nickname is young Willis? I thought it was Wireless. By what nickname is young Willis better known after his heroics at the cave of the three-eyed raven? What you talking about, Willis?
The greatest moment, story reveal moment ever. Hold the door. Hodor. Great.
Good man.
Greatest. The way that they, it was beautiful. Chef's kiss.
He was a real one. Okay. Final round. Best bits and super fans.
Yeah, okay, here are the answers. What food does Ramsay Bolton wave at the tormented Theon Greyjoy?
A sausage. A sausage.
Mm-hmm.
It was a sausage. For reasons.
We won't get into now.
Bonus point if you said crisps. Just to go with the crisping, we're just going back to that. Sorry.
Okay, cool. What animal does Brienne of Tarth have to fight off in a gladiator-style pit?
The answer was a bear.
That was beautiful. Okay. Okay. How many episodes? Number 3, question 3. How many episodes were in the final series of Game of Thrones?
I thought it was 8, but the answer is 6. There were 6 episodes in the final series.
6 marvelous episodes. Okay, question 4. What did Sam Tarly take without permission from his family home?
It was a Valyrian steel sword.
It
wasn't money from his mum's purse.
No. Although technically, kind of is.
Technically it was.
But if you find the right pawn shop, you know. Okay, question 5. The Long Night was the longest episode in Game of Thrones history. How long did it run for? 76 minutes, 79 minutes, or 82 minutes?
The answer, was it really? The answer is 82 minutes. It was 82 minutes. Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, it was always going to be feature length, wasn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Okay, I literally do not know the answer to this, and it makes me so annoyed because I'm generally like up on these herbal remedies. Okay, milk of the poppy is often mentioned as a treatment for pain in Game of Thrones. So is willow bark. What medicine is willow bark known as today?
Aspirin, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, question 7. Who do Sansa and Arya plot to kill in Winterfell?
Again, I thought it was Dany, but it wasn't. It was Littlefinger. Of course, it was Littlefinger. You could also get a point for Peter Baelish.
Very good.
Not a Jacob point, a real point.
A real point.
Yeah.
Okay, number 8. What did the gathered mob repeatedly shout out during Cersei's Walk of Atonement?
The answer was nice shoes. Nice shoes. Nice shoes. We love your shoes. We love what we love what you've done to the city. Thank you. Just like nice compliments, nice things. No, of course, it was a really horrible scene, and they shouted shame at her. They shouted shame at her. Yeah. Sorry, a point if you put shame. You get a Jacob point if you put an exclamation mark at the end of shame, and probably a real J point as well. Actually, yeah. I'm going to say this one because I want you to say it. 9. I'm not gonna pay you to do some acting now, but I just want you to say it for free.
Thanks.
Okay. Question 9. When Cersei asks Missandei if she has any last words, what does Missandei say?
She says, Recast. Boom. Yeah. Burn.
My mind was blown. Jakaris. Yeah. It was brilliant. Truly brilliant. That sounds sarcastic, but I mean it.
Thanks, Jacob. Okay. Number 10, moving on. Following the assassination of Daenerys, Grey Worm and the remaining Unsullied Following the assassination of Daenerys, Grey Worm and the remaining Unsullied sail away to the Isle of Knot. Why do they choose this as their destination?
Well, if you're an exec at HBO, I think that's an interesting question, and I think that it could be explored in future. Well, I'm not that. It's so desperate. What? The answer is it's Missandei's homeland. I was going to say hometown. It's Missandei's homeland. That's why he goes back. Yeah.
It's Missandei's manor.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the ends.
Yeah.
That was it. That was the quiz. We did it.
Questions. Wow.
Well done.
Well, you can't say well done. You don't know how people did. So
I'm saying well done to you.
Oh, I thought you meant
yeah.
Thanks, and you too. This was fun. So how did you guys do? I mean, I hope you can still count yourselves as GOT superfans. I'm not sure I can. But this has been so much fun.
It has. It really has been.
I apologize for our behavior and our silliness.
I want to apologize, but I also don't.
No, I love it. I love it.
Thank you for joining us. And if you haven't already, please give some money to Place to Be, because they are doing some truly amazing things with young people that really need it and really need the support, especially given everything that's going on in the world right now. So if you could spare anything, that would be amazing. Thank you. Yeah. Oh yeah. The links we'll put. I mean, I say we'll put. I won't. Jay probably will put all the links so that you can donate and you can see what Place to Be do. And yeah, that will all, I'm sure, appear here or here or here or here or here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was amazing, honestly.
So thanks to Place to Be, thank you to Nathalie Emanuel, and thank you to Jacob Anderson for giving up their time and helping us put this together. Hope you've enjoyed it. Let us know across social media how you've got on this evening, and if you can support Place to Be, please do. And that's it for another one of our specialist quizzes and our partnership with Place to Be. They've been a great charity partner this month, and we're really pleased to support them. Thank you very much for all of your support with them as well, and we'll see you again soon. How did you get on? That's it from me. Take care. We'll see you soon. Stay safe.